everyone. Happy Wednesday to you all. I'm Jess, and we are going to be learning and playing through Agility. It is a two-player only game where you are basically adopting dogs and entering them into a agility competition. And the first person to adopt 3 dogs and get them through their agility courses first is the winner. So hello to everybody that's hanging out in the chat. Thank you, Tan, for the host. And how is everyone doing today on this Wednesday, the midweek hump day, if you will? Let me know in the chat how you all are doing. I'm excited to get this to the table and have you all learn how to play this game. I found out about it when I went to a board gaming cafe here in town. There's a set of gaming cafes called Mock's Boarding House, and there's one in Seattle and one here in the Portland area. And I was able to go there a couple months ago with a friend of mine, and we were looking for recommendations for 2-player games. And one of the staff people let me know about this game, so we learned it and got it to the table and played it, and really enjoyed it. So I purchased a copy and brought it home. For those of you that like 2-player only games, it's a little bit different in terms of what you're doing and the mechanics wise. I will go through an entire playthrough with you all today. But basically, you're going to be playing cards, gathering resources, exchanging those resources to adopt your dogs, as well as exchanging those resources to move your dogs through the agility courses. So there's a little bit of strategy. There is a lot of replayability in terms of how you can take your actions. There is a rondelle that we're going to be traveling around throughout gameplay, and that can be divvied out into different ways and how the game actually can get more challenging or a little more easy. There is a generic base first game setup that I did today for you all, so you can kind of see how things are going with the original gameplay. And if you enjoy it, then you can also switch up the tokens on the rondelle to make it a little more difficult. So yeah, this is going to be continuing on with my week of animal games. On Monday, I played Cat Lateral Damage, which is a digital board game on Steam, where basically you're in the eyes of a kitty and you're going through a house or a museum or any sort of like place where they can cause chaos and destruction, and you cause chaos and destruction. So it's a little bit of like a relief in terms of like getting stress out. You can just play it in a video game and not like physically break things, or if you don't want to scream into a pillow or anything like that. That game was just silly fun. So I found out about it through Game Freak Geek Girl when she was streaming it on her channel, and I thought, that just looks silly and fun. So I found it on Steam, and there was a Steam sale. There always seems to be a Steam sale going on. So I got it and I brought it to all of you to view. And so that was pretty fun to see like how everything worked. And like we went through, it looked like a historical museum. There was fossils and things around. I went through a gift shop and basically destroyed worlds and caused chaos. So yeah, it was pretty fun to see like how it all unfolded. Anyway, hope you all are doing well on this Wednesday. I really appreciate all of you just hanging out and playing with me and chat on Monday. It was just a lot of fun. And so today I'm going to be going through this 2-player only game of Agility, and we'll explain like how the gameplay works and stuff. And also we will be doing our Can't Stop Express tournament. We are still in the midst of it. So if you all are interested in playing along with me, I will put the link in the chat so you all can get yourself a copy of the game sheet. Or if you want to just have a paper and pen nearby, I will be playing that on the latter half of the stream today, so you all can kind of keep in mind what to expect during the latter part of the stream. So it is a fun kind of dice rolling game. I will be manipulating all the dice in terms of rolling them for you all, so you don't need any dice. All you need really is just a pen and paper, and you can participate. So it will be a lot of fun to have you all join me if you can, to hang out and just play some fun stuff. So I get a quick little hydrate here. This morning I am drinking some English breakfast black tea. I went and I'm very much into tea. So every time I can try to find something new to try out, I'm always interested in trying out some new tea. But my go-to standard for morning tea just happens to be English breakfast. My husband likes Earl Grey. And so it's nice when we can both have our own little like tea sets and not worry about having the other person drink the other tea, because we have different tastes. So it's been really nice to have tea in the mornings, and especially as the weather is getting colder and needing to have more warm beverages on hand, it's nice to have tea ready and available to you so you can get that nice cozy feeling and ready for winter time, because winter is coming, my friends. Alrighty, let's get down to playing this game. It is a fairly quick game. They say it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. And so I kind of feel like it will be around that time slot for us today, to kind of see what things are. But it is a game from Two Lanterns Games, and I was not familiar with what they did, but it was designed by Brent Povis and art by Vince Dorse. And you will see on these cards, my friends, oh my gosh, it's very, I like to describe it kind of like whimsical, if you will. Very, very lighthearted, and if you love dogs and things, you will see some very, very cute cards here on the table. So let's get down to it, shall we? And see if we can go through a play of agility. Okie doke, friends. So in this game, you will be drafting cards and stuff, and on here I have them all face down right now, so then to not reveal any hidden information, because it's all going to be open source for you all to draft when we get down to it. So up top here we have the dogs and the adoption deck, and the adoption track. So we've got our Mighty Mutt, we've got an Australian cattle dog, we've got the German short-haired pointer, we've got the Jack Russell Terrier, and finally we have the Whippet. So let's see if I can move these slightly down a little bit so you all can see how cute these doggos are. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. And I know some of these icons here might be a little bit small to see, but you will be able to see them. I will hold them up closer for you all to view so you can get an idea of what we are working with. So these are the 5 dogs that you have the possibility to adopt throughout the game. Once a dog gets adopted, then a new dog will come out and to be placed in the marketplace. So there's always going to be five dogs to adopt in this game. Hi, James. Good to see you on here, friend. Thank you so much for the emotes. Hope you are doing well today. So we've got these 5 dogs, and then we have training cards. Training cards, I will flip over here. They have lots of different information on them. But things to keep in mind when you have these training cards is, 1, they have the big number, which corresponds to the number of spaces you're going to be moving on this rondel. And I'll explain what the rondel spaces do in just a second. And then, so they have the number here in the upper left-hand corner. And then down here and below, you've got 2 numbers with a corresponding treat color. There are 5 color treats four color treats on the game that you can acquire in order to pay for either adopting dogs or for playing dogs to move throughout their agility courses. Oh, hello, Bones John. Oh my gosh, John, how are you? It has been too long, my friend. I hope you are doing well. So good to see you in chat. James says, yes, lunch was good, but short. Nice sandwich and a bit of a walk. Now back to work, so we'll work. Okay, thanks, James. Always appreciate you just hanging out. So yeah, and John, so wonderful to see you in chat. Okay, so we've got information here for the different types of treats. Each treat has a different name on them, but I'm just going to refer to the actual color of the treats because that actually helps with playing the game a little bit better, I think, for people's memory and how gameplay will be incorporated. I think colors will be remembered better than the actual terminology that they use. So, but just an example, I will show you on this reference sheet. Down here, we've got the different types of, it is 5. See, I kept confusing the blue and the black as one color, but I apologize, friends. There are 5 colors. So we've got yellow, blue, red, green, and black. And so those refer to the 5 different types of training that your dogs could go through. So we've got agility and jump and trust and speed and strength. But I'm just going to have this be referred to by colors so you all can understand gameplay here. All right. So the training cards, you will have these able to draft at the end of your turn. And we each have a starter hand of 3 cards. So I have dealt 3 cards out for myself and then also 3 cards for you all here in the chat. So I'll put those down there and you will probably see them a little bit as I'm going through and playing them on our turns and things too. So what's going to happen is the goal of the game is to adopt 3 dogs and to be the first player to have them go through each of their agility courses and be the first player to do so with all 3 of your dogs. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to gather treats, you're going to need to adopt dogs, and then we have training agility courses that they're going to be going through, which I will show on this other screen here. We have 6 here in the marketplace, which are double-sided in the game. There's actually more agility courses that you can play with, but in this setup, I just randomly drew 6 of them, and this is going to be the marketplace where you recruit your dogs. And the obstacles that you see here are important to take note of because certain dogs can clear certain obstacles without paying a cost for them. So a rule of the game I always try to encourage people to do is to try to gather enough treats so that 1, they can recruit dogs at a fairly quick pace, but 2, they also have dogs that they will adopt and so that they can play them through their agility course in a quicker rate. So if you have a dog that's able to clear hurdles for free, then that would be really nice to acquire this agility course so that the dog can clear it a little bit faster. Okay, so this is the marketplace here, friends. Once I do adopt a dog for whatever player it is, I will bring it back over here to this table so we will have the display of both players with their courses going on. Each player can only adopt a total of 3 dogs for the entire game. And then they're going to go through their 3 courses. And they only have to pass through their course once. So a dog is assigned to a course. Once they travel through that course, it's left to right in orientation on the player board. Then they are finished. They are done with that dog and its training for the day. So we are trying to adopt our dogs, get them their training courses, and have them travel through their courses by the end of the game. Now the rondelle is interesting coming to play, referring to these training cards. So on a turn, what's going to happen is you will play a training card from your hand. We all have these 3. They're supposed to be hidden information, but for the gameplay, I will have them face up so you all can see what is going to be playing. Then you will take the turn onto the rondelle space. So you will take the action of the rondelle, meaning you will move this marker the number of spaces that is indicated on the card itself. So let's say in the case I drew out a training card and I have a 5 here. I'll just for an example, I will play the 5 as a discard. I will move the round marker 5 spaces so on the rondelle. So then what happens is I will take this action called a break. A break allows you to exchange 1 or 2 treats of any color, and you can discard 1 or 2 cards from your hand based upon the number of treats into the discard pile, and then you will draw 1 or 2 new cards either from the market or from the deck. So that kind of helps shuffle out your cards. So then once you do this and move the rondelle and take the action of the rondelle, then you have the choice of taking either one of the 2 colors indicated, not both, but either of the colors. So right now on this card, I would have either 2 red treats or 2 green treats that I could play or that I could gather and put into my supply. So then after I do that, that's the choose training action. That's the training treats. And then I can adopt a dog and claim a course. Now the dogs have requirements here on their bottom of their cards here. It has little requirements of what treats are available for them to be adopted. So in this case for the Mighty Mutt, we need 1 red, 1 green, 1 black, and 1 yellow in order to adopt them. The Australian cattle dog needs 4 yellow and 1 blue. The short-haired pointer needs 2 yellow and a red. The Jack Russell needs 2 blue and a yellow. And then the Whippet needs 4 green and a black. Okay. So if we have enough of the treats in our supply in order to adopt the dog, we can adopt the dog, then also gather a course for them to be displayed. And then we go on to the next action. We can move up to 3 dogs. If we have 3 dogs adopted, we can move them the number of spaces that we can by exchanging treats, returning treats into the supply and moving them along those courses. Now, as you see here, there is some extra text on the doggo cards. The dogs have what are called certain features that they can clear better than other features. So this describes what feature they can clear at either a discounted rate, so less treats to spend, or they can clear them for free so that you don't have to spend any treat tokens. Now, as you're going through a course, a doggo that you have adopted can clear as many features for free as they can. However, the non-featured obstacles, they can only clear once per turn. Okay, and that will make more sense once we have the courses out and you can see what I'm explaining. There are going to be little doggo meeples. Little doggo meeples. I don't know what we would call them. Deeples, I guess. Doples. Doggo deeples. That we are going to be placing. And there are several different colors to correspond to each of the different types of doggo in this game. So we've got 15 dog types for the game. So you'll be seeing 6 of those out as they come. So then, after we are able to move our dogs as many spaces as we can for the treats that we have, then we will refill our hand from the display. So we will always have 3 cards in our hand to choose from. If the if the cards that are displayed, we don't have enough to refresh, we will shuffle the discard pile and refresh them there. Yeah. So that is pretty much it. I will also explain before we start, I will explain the other tokens here so you can see what the different actions are for the game, but that is pretty much it. John asked, I love the doggo meeples. Have you seen the meeples for Draptosaurus? Yes. Oh my gosh, John. I am so excited I have Draptosaurus. I love him. But there's also 2 expansions for Draptosaurus. There's a marina one where there's water dinos with little water dino meeples, and then an aerial one which has dinos of flight. So they have either like wings or feathers or things like that. So I have not gotten those 2 expansions, but I have been able to play it from another friend of mine who had a copy of those 2 expansions. And those are really great. I love, love, love Draptosaurus. It is also on Board Game Arena. So for folks that aren't familiar with that game, it is a fun one to play on Board Game Arena. So, oh, you have the expansions. Awesome. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have yet to get those. I see them all the time when I go to the game store. And so they're definitely going to be on my list to add to my collection for sure. So, okie doke, friends, let me explain what these little things do. We have them here so you can kind of understand what they do. And then there's different actions that you can take. And then we will go through and start gameplay. Draptosaurus and the crew are your 2 favorites at the moment. Oh, awesome. The crew is also, I believe, on Board Game Arena. Do you have the new one, John? There is a new crew out. I can't, for the life of me, I'm blanking on what the name is, but it's a new version that I think is also on Board Game Arena. But yes, those are two fun games. Yeah. Deep Sea, possibly Tan. You could be right. But whenever I hear the words Deep Sea, I think of Deep Sea Adventure, which is a totally different game. Okay, maybe it is Deep Sea. Okay. Yeah, playing the standard crew on BGA. Nice, nice. So yeah, Deep Sea Adventure is also another fun game, with little cute, diver meeples on there. So, oh, I just love things with fun bits. Okay, I will get to the game, friends. I'm just going to explain the rondelle really quickly, and then we can start. All right, so first off, we'll start at the very top. We've got 0. The 0 has a sweep on it. Sweep means when you play one of your training cards, you can gather both of the treat colors into your supply. So instead of just choosing one color, you can gather both. So pretty self-explanatory. This one means that you can clear the hurdle obstacles for free. So all of your doggos, if you have adopted doggos, all of the doggos that are in front of a hurdle obstacle can clear it for free, which means you don't have to pay any treats of any color. You can just do that for free. The flex token allows you to play it allows you to go and play a location either in front or behind where the current landing of the token is. So here, it allows you to either play here or here without moving the rondelle marker. So when you land on a flex, you will actually get a flex token to be used later in the game. And you can play as many flex tokens on your turn as you have available to you. Hey Gus, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. This one is the tunnel space. Hi Panda. That means you are allowed to clear a tunnel for all of your doggos if you have a tunnel obstacle in front of them for free, so you don't have to do anything. The exchange space means you can exchange all of one color of treat from your supply and exchange for another color that number of treats that you have. So let's say I had 3 yellow treats and I wanted to exchange them for some red. I can take all of the yellows, exchange them, and get 3 reds in return. Then the break token, I was explaining that, but I'll do that one more time. You can exchange 1 or 2 treat tokens, put them back into the supply, and discard either 1 or 2 training cards from your hand. And then however many you discarded, you would gather that number of cards either from the marketplace or from the deck. Oh, having a hard time, Panda? Rough morning? I'm sorry, friend. I hope you get some pick-me-ups and some nice food in your belly. All right, a boost. A boost allows you to draw a card from the deck, play that number, whatever number is visible on the card, you will play that action's space. And then you will either get one of the two colors of treats that is displayed. So let's say I drew this card as the boost. I would get to play the action space on a 5, which is here. So I don't move the rondelle marker 5 spaces. I just play an action space number 5. And then I can either gather 2 reds or 2 green treats into my hand. So that's what a boost does. So you're playing the boost actually from a card on the top of the deck. And that just goes straight into the discard. So you're not playing any cards from your hand. You're just grabbing it from the top of the deck, playing it, and then it goes straight into the discard pile. All right. This one allows you to clear any A-frames for free. This one is a distraction, which means you are allowed to add an additional token to your opponent's course. So there's a little +1 here. So you would add a +1 on one of the courses. So let's see, I'll show you over here. You will add a +1 on one of the obstacles on your opponent's course, which means they would have to pay one more treat of that particular color. So in this case, let's say I put a +1 on the A-frame. That means you all in the chat would either have to pay one additional black treat or one additional blue treat in order to clear that space. So that's just a little bit of a take that for you all. And then it says you cannot do a pause box action. Now let's go to this one is just the weave poles. You can clear weave poles for free. Now going to the pause box. What is a pause box? If you have one of these spaces here, once you're able to clear the pause box action by spending the necessary treats, you can take a bonus mini action right away. Now the mini action is the first 3 actions you take on your turn, meaning you play a card, you take the rondelle action, and then you choose your training treats. So you cannot adopt a dog on a pause box action, and you cannot move any doggos along your courses during a pause box action. What is going to happen is you will move your doggo onto that pause box to indicate that you have done this. Then you will move the doggo onto the space corresponding to it. Yeah, is where the dog can sit or pause during a course. Yep, exactly. This game, John, is called Agility. I will show you the box. I'll show you the box cover here so you can see it. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba. All right. So it's called Agility. It's by Two Lanterns Games. It's probably the size of like a Welcome To box. If you've ever played Welcome To, John, it's about the same size as a Welcome To box. Okay. So for the pause box action, once you do that, you can take the 3 top actions and then complete your turn, which means you can gather up your return cards. You gather more cards into your hand and finish doing the obstacles if you have the treats available for you. So thank you, Panda, for the host. Appreciate that. So that is about it. Oh, you like the sound effects? Yeah. Some of the BGA sound effects are really fun. You're welcome, John. if you've ever played any certain games on Steam too, there are some games that are quite fun to listen to. Yeah. To listen to when you play them on Steam. So Panda can attest to that. When we play Lords of Waterdeep on Steam, it's got some catchy tunes. All right, friends. If there are any questions, please feel free. Once a dog is adopted and someone puts their course onto the track and continues on with that course, then a new doggo will appear. So there will always be 5 doggos to recruit, adopt into your training. So you will see more of these doggos here if possible. All right. So I have myself here on the left side of your screen, and then chat is here on the right side of your screen. So you will be able to do that. Oh, also I will mention the in-game prizes. So, ooh, excuse me, tea is making me hiccup. Excuse me. So the first player to adopt 3 dogs will get a flex token or an exchange token. So the exchange token on the rondel here, you will gather that and you can play that on your turn. And then the first person to finish one of their agility courses for their doggo will get the tiebreaker coin and then get a flex token or a exchange token. Yeah, someone did. Oh, yeah. All right. So the tiebreaker is if let's say the first player to go through, let's say, since I will be first player, if I finished all my doggos on the course, then you all will have one final turn to try to complete all of your doggos on your courses. If that happens, whoever has the tiebreaker marker would actually break ties. So, yes. And I think there is... Yeah, okay. I think that is about all. Hi, EC. Oh, so nice. Yes, John, we miss you in our chats, friend. We miss you. Oh, look, it's Russell's other mod. EC is in the house. Oh my gosh. Now where's Russ? Right? All of us moderators are here. Where is Russell? Yeah, we should get we should ping him on social media and be like, we miss you, Russell. Did you all know he just adopted a doggo? It is super duper cute, and I really, really hope he will have a doggo cam, like a puppy cam, to see it, because it is just too dang cute, friends. Too dang cute. Yeah, that's true. Russ is actually looking after his real life dog. Yeah, everyone say hi to EC. Everyone say hi. Okay, friends, so I am going to be playing first. I'll be doing first hand, and then you all will be second player. So first off, I need to play a training card. So here's my options. I've got a 7, a 3, and a 6. Now, what I want to do is I want to try to look at what my treat colors are so I can try to gather enough resources to get these doggos, right? Okay, so I am going to, yeah, mod party, yeah. Miss is a strong word. Oh, EC, I know you miss Russell. Don't you lie, sir. Don't you lie. All right, so I am going to be playing this card here, and I'm going to move my tokens 6 on the rondel. So I'm going to play this into the discard. I will just do this here. I'll do it sideways so you all can see it as a discard pile. Okay. Then I'm going to move the rondels to 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get a boost, which means I draw a card, play the action that is on the number indicated. I do not move the rondelle marker. I just play the numbered space. So I would play a 1, which is a hurdle, so I could move all of my doggos over the hurdles for free, but unfortunately I don't have any doggos adopted, don't have any courses yet, so I cannot do this action. However, I can do the action by taking one of the 2 different colors. Now, I can either take 3 black treats or 3 yellow treats. I'm looking here, there are quite a few treats, doggos that need yellow treats, so I am going to take this 3 yellow and get 3 yellow treats into my supply. And look at these, friends, they're little doggy bones. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so I got 3 little doggy bones. Then I will do the second action of my card, which is recruiting one of these 2 colors from my original card that I placed. So I'm going to take 2 blue treats there. All right, so I've got, take 2 blues from the supply. There we go. We've got blue. Okay, so now I've played my card. I've taken the rondelle action. Next will be choosing training. So can I train someone? Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this, friends. I can recruit my Jack Russell Terrier here. The Jack Russell needs 2 blue and 1 yellow treat to adopt them. So I will adopt this cutie patootie. 1 yellow and 2 blue treats will go directly into the supply. All right. All right, Tan, have a good lurk. Then I can get a course, and I now need to look at what their featured obstacle is. So their featured obstacle is they spend 1 less treat on hurdles. So I need to look for a course that has hurdles on them because it would cost me 1 less. Yeah, do I want the Terrier? Do I want this one because he's chewing up things? I know, John, right? He's got all this newspaper just causing chaos. Causing chaos. You are correct. So it looks like they are the pink. Looks like they got the little pink doggo. All right. So I will go over here and choose my course. Remember, they need -1 on hurdles, so I think I'm going to take this one here. All right, I will take this one here. Going back to this one. So over here, I've got my first training available to me. I will take the corresponding doggo color, so they are pink. We got a little pink doggo here. Now, it's kind of hard to see on camera, friends, but there are little paw prints in front of each obstacle, okay? So I am going to place them on the first obstacle here. So they now need 2 blue and 1 black treat to clear it. However, because it is a hurdle, it only costs 1 less. So I am going to put, there are little tokens here, friends, that you can gather and add to it. So I need 1 less on this hurdle and 1 less treat. So these are little reminders to tell me I need 1 less of that treat, either the blue or the black. Okay. Then I could move, but I don't have enough treats here for me. So I'm actually going to put them up here so you all can see them a little bit better. I don't have enough treats, so they cannot go over any obstacles. So I will draw a new card from the supply and end my turn. All right. So Let's see. I know I need to get stuff with blue and black, so I am going to take this 6 here, put it into my hand for future. And now I will refill. There's our new training card and get a new doggo out. So our new doggo is a Siberian Husky. They need 2 green, 2 black, and 1 yellow, and they can clear A-frames. So you don't have to spend any treats for A-frames there. Alrighty, that is my turn. John wants a Great Dane. Those are big doggos, John. Those are big doggos. Okay, so here we go, friends. You all have 2s and some 4s. Now, we also want to look at what they do here. This one is nice. You can get some blue. All of them give you some blue, which is good for some of these dogs. And the red one is good too. I think I want you all to play this one here. So I'm going to have you play this 4. So you do the action. So moving the rondelle 4 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get to do a sweep, which means you get both color treats into your supply. So you will get 2 blue and 2 red doggo treats. Very nice. Give you some reds here and some blues. There you are, 2 blues and 2 reds that will go into your supply. And now you have the training. Do you have enough to recruit? Not yet, unfortunately, because the Whippet needs green and black. There's also green, black, and yellow here. The short-haired pointer needs 2 yellows as well, so they cannot be adopted yet. This one needs 4 yellows and a blue. And then the Mighty Mutt needs 1 of every color. Oops, every color except for blue. So no recruiting yet, but that is okay. You will still be able to draw up a new card, and now you've got a good supply to work with to go for from there. Now I think it would be good to get some cards to allow you to get some blue. This one can give you a lot of blue as well as this one can give you a lot of blue. I think I'm going to have you take this one though. Okay, and we will refill. And now going back to my turn. All right, so here we go, friends. We've got some options and some colors to choose from. Let's see. Now I'm moving and I want to kind of look ahead to what's going on, right? So if I moved 3 spaces, I would go here to the tunnel, which does not help. If I moved 6, I could do a boost again. Or if I moved 7, I could clear an A-frame, right? So the 3 and the 7 don't really help. The 6 can be nice because it will allow me to gather some more tokens. And the 6 is also nice because I can gather one of those 2 treat colors if I wanted to. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play the 6. Move the rondelle 6 spaces, so that will give me a boost and one of the 2 treat colors from the deck. So I will draw this from the deck here, and I get to do a 1. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that, friends. So I get to take the action of the 1, which means I can clear the hurdle for free. So one of the hurdles I can clear for free. And look, it just so happens that my doggo I have adopted, their first obstacle is a hurdle. So I will clear that for free. They will go jumping right over there. And I believe it is only just 1 obstacle per doggo. I don't think you can clear multiples. Can clear it for free. Yeah, so it's only 1 of the obstacles, even though there are 2 back-to-back. There are only 1 you can clear for free. Okay, and then I get to choose either a red or yellow token I can do. And also remember, I can choose some more from my additional card that I played. Knowing that I've got red coming up here for my pause box, I might want to get some red, and that way I can possibly recruit one of these new doggos. So I will take the red 3. Yes, that did work out, John. You are correct. The red 3 here. All right, I'll get 3 of these treats. And then for my second part of my action on my card that I played, I can either get 2 blue or 1 black. So I will get 2 blue, knowing that I need to do that to clear this doggo. All right. And there we go. Now we're going on to the next part of my action. So I did the training treats. Now I can adopt a dog and claim a course. Oh, look what I have here. Do I want to wait and maybe get the Mighty Mutt? Do I want to get the Australian Cattle Dog and wait for some more things? Currently, I can adopt the Pointer as well. I can wait and try to maybe get some green ones here. Ooh, choices, friends. I think what I am going to do, I think I will adopt this German short-haired pointer. All right. The German short-haired pointer here, they require 2 yellow and a red, and their feature is they can clear weave poles with 1 less treat. So that is fairly nice. So I will do that. So I will turn in my 2 yellow and 1 red. All right. And now I get to go over to the courses and choose, oops, sorry, my camera just got a little bumped here. There we go. Let's see what they need for the weave pole. So the weave poles are here. And then we've got some other weave poles there. Open ground that you're just running through. So, oh yeah, yeah, I could see that, John, the coloring on it for sure. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one down here for the weave poles, knowing that they can clear it for 1 less. So I will take that one. We'll go back over here. We'll place this down here. And now, because my doggo needs 1 less on the weave poles, I will place them. They are the purple doggo. Looks like purple doggo. The purple doggo here. And they use 1 less treat for a weave pole. All right. And now, do I have anything to move stuff? Those are my doggos. I can move up to 3 dogs as I have treats available. Because of this hurdle needing 1 less treat, I can ignore the black treat and just turn in my 2 blue to have it clear this hurdle. So my Jack Russell just cleared the hurdle now, and it is ready to be onto the pause box. All right, so that seems like a pretty cool turn. Pretty happy with that. Move these a little bit closer so y'all can see. Okay, now I need to draw a new card from the deck, or from my hand, for my hand, not from my hand, for my hand. Okay. I do need some reds. I do also need some blacks and blues and greens. There's not many greens out here, so I will take this card. Place it here. Then I will draw a new one for the training and a new doggo to adopt. We have, the Dalmatian. So they need 2 greens and 1 black, and their feature is they can clear open ground. All right. Okay, chat, you need to get some doggos adopted here. So let's see what you will do. All right, you've got some blue and you've got some red. Yeah, Dalmatians are very, very, very cute looking dogs. I love a lot of dogs. My goodness. Don't tell Soma, my cat. But I love all types of dogs. So I am really excited to be playing this game because it's really, really cute to have all these doggos here for you all to see. There we go. Going for the Australian cattle dog. Yeah, so if you've got blue and then this is yellow here, so maybe we'll play this too. That would be good. And then that means you can move and get some stuff here. So I will have you all play the 2, all right? So you're going to play the 2. Someone might be getting a dog sibling. Yes, that is true. 2 here. So we'll move 1, 2, and then you get to put a +1 distraction token for my doggos. So let's see. I will have them do the +1 on the pause box. So now I need 5 reds. 5 reds to clear that one. Okay, so now you have the choice, friends, of either 3 yellows or 2 blues. I think 3 yellows because it sounds like John wants to get the cattle dog. So you'll get 3 yellows. Adding those up there. However, the cattle dog needs 4 yellows and a blue, so we'll have to wait one more turn, but that's okay. You'll need to wait one more turn to do that. Then you can refill your hand. So I'm thinking, since we need another one, let's grab this one that also has yellow on it, so you can play that for next time. Okay, and then we'll do this here. Alrighty. Cool. Cool. Okay, back to me. Now I need either one more doggo or to move on my trainings. So I think, oh, that's a bummer. Boo earns. So I don't have any cards that will give me any yellow treats. So right now, my poor little short-haired pointer is going to have to wait. I can try to get some more reds, so I can play a 7, possibly getting some reds here. Or I can also look at what other doggos we need. Yeah, let's see. And then if I'm moving here, so if I did the 3, I would move this 3 spaces to the hurdle, but I don't have any doggos that need to clear hurdles right now. So what about in the 7? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can do a break. I could do a break and discard some cards. Okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play. Oh, jeepers. All right. Well, this is kind of a bummer summer because I do the action first before taking the treats. So that means I would need to discard one of my red treats, which I don't want to do. I really don't want to do it. Yeah, and the 3 just won't let me move anywhere, but that's okay. It might foil y'all's plans. So maybe I'll just move the 3 and then not have to risk taking anything, but grabbing some greens. So that's the most I'll do. Okay. Not a great move, but it's better than the other move. I don't have to lose any treats. So I will move the roundel 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. I don't get the hurdle action because I don't have any doggos needing hurdles. So now I move on to collecting treats. So I either can get 3 greens or 2 blues. I think I'm going to take 3 greens. 3 green treats because that seems good to have for a lot of these doggos needing green. Okay. And now I can pay to do any training if I want to do some training. I need 5 red ones here, so I can't move my Jack Russell. I need at least some yellows, and I don't have any yellows, so I can't move that one either. So I am stuck with those dogs for now. But I will draw up this 4 because it gives me some yellow, which I will need eventually to clear. All right, so I'll do that one. And look, friends, you all have a good turn. I feel like you're going to be adopting a doggo this turn. I feel like it. So I'm going to have you play this 6 because you need 1 more for that Australian cattle dog. So let's move the rondelle 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And unfortunately, even though it's the A-frame, you don't have any doggos, but that's okay. You are going to gather that yellow treat token. So you have a yellow treats. And now you're going to adopt this cutie Australian cattle dog. Look at that. You see, it's already doing its business. It's herding things. And now it can clear weave poles for free, which is awesome. That means you don't have to turn in anything. So this is the blue doggo. So let's go and see what course we can get for this one. So we need weave poles, which are these here, friends. The weave poles. I'm thinking, since there's 2 weave poles on this course, why not take this course, huh? Let's do this. Take this course for you. So yeah, you got your first doggo. Awesome. All right. Oh my goodness, we've got a raid. Hey, I'm gonna go up to the top view here. My goodness, hello, JohnCon TV and Raiders. Welcome, welcome in. I am Jess. I am currently going through a 2-player game called Agility. You are adopting dogs and having them run through agility courses. So it is quite fun, quite cute. Thank you so much for the subs. Oh, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Oh, so good to see you on here, friends. Hello to Hornist and everyone else that came over with the raid. I am a tabletop board game streamer, part of the Tabletop Live Network. I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays, usually tabletop games that you can play along with the chat. I will be interacting with you all on the latter part of the stream. We will be going through Can't Stop Express, where it is a monthly tournament where folks can play along with me, and whoever has the best score at the end of the month will receive a bag of swag from me and the Chicks Can Game crew. Thank you so much for the follow, Quaid. Good to see you on here. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, if you all have any questions about gameplay or about what I do on my channel, please feel free to pop them in the chat. This is a very warm and welcoming environment, so please keep that in mind. Keep it family friendly. And yeah, thank you so much to GenCon TV for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. This game is not on Kickstarter, Lizzie. This game got published. Oh goodness, what year did this game come out? That is a good question. It is a game I will show you all here. I will go to the table here. So here's the game box. It is a game by Brent Povis and art by Vince Dorse. It is a 2-player game, about 30 to 45 minutes in gameplay. I got this at one of the gaming cafes here in town. I'm in the Northwest of the United States. So I want to say this game has not been out for very, very long. So you can probably grab it. So Oh, Tan says, according to BGG, Board Game Geek, it was released in 2016. So there you go. Thank you, Tan, for that info. So it is, I guess it is an older title now since we are in the latter parts of 2021. So it's kind of an older title. But yeah, so this game, basically you are drafting resources in terms of little dog bones, dog treats, as they're called in the game. I mean, look at these. They're just little doggy bones. How cute. Then you're adopting doggos, and then you're placing them on agility courses to run through for your game. So each player is needing to adopt 3 dogs and have them go through their agility course once, and the first player to do so will win. So yeah, it is quite cute. Okay, and you all in the chat have just adopted this gorgeous Australian cattle dog here. Super cute. We have their agility course in place, so now we have to pay the corresponding treats, which are 4 yellow and 1 blue. So I will do these 4 yellow bones here and 1 blue treat. They will go back into the supply. They are the blue doggo. So I'm going to get the doggo meeple here. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. Look at this. And because it can clear weave poles, we have little markers to indicate which courses can be cleared, so we know they can clear the weave poles for free without paying them, because that is their featured obstacle. Oh, now you want the whippet. It's okay, you can still get the whippet, John, because we need 3. Y'all need 3 doggos. Okay? So maybe that'll be the next one you can work your way up to getting, would be the whippet. Okay? So now we have recruited, we've adopted our doggo, we've gotten our course, and now we can move our doggo. And because it is a featured obstacle for the cattle dog, you can move it for free without spending the required treats. So already, you have moved your doggo 1 space. Awesome sauce. Okay, so now you will get your hand, refill your hand from the display. So now, John, you are looking for treat colors in black, and unfortunately there are no black treats out there. But maybe we can do something with a large treat number, and maybe you can try to get to an exchange possibly, so you can do some exchange of treat colors. So let's have you all draw this into the hand. That will conclude your turn, so we will refill from the display. Here is your training cards here, and then we've got a new doggo to possibly adopt. The new doggo is, oh my gosh, okay. This is for you, Tan. I'm going to butcher this. I apologize to all of my German-speaking friends. Kromfurlander. I think that's how you pronounce this dog. Kromfurlander. Yeah. So this one needs a green and a yellow. You've never heard of this race. Okay. Well, apparently this is a doggo race that I don't want to assume is German, but I see the umlaut on the A, so I'm thinking it's German. Tan, let me know. But you're a cat person. Can we exchange the cattle doggo for the Dalmatian? Okay. No, there's no exchanging. You can't exchange doggos when you adopt them, John. You have to give them a forever home. So now I know you want the whippet and the Dalmatian, okay? It is okay. It is okay. You can still have this one. And look, the cattle dog has already cleared 1 obstacle. So, okay, the Google machine tells you that it is a German breed. Okay. All right. Hi, Al. Hello, my friend. Good to see you on here. Okay, so now we know that what doggos John would like to get recruited now. So he's looking at the Dalmatian and the Whippet. But it is currently my turn. So here's the cards I've got. I need a bunch more red. So this one red is not going to do anything for me because my poor little Jack Russell is now stuck needing 5 reds in order to complete. So that's a bummer summer. We also know that it needs some yellow, and so I have this one card for the yellow token. So I think I'm going to, oh gosh, but I don't want to move 4 again because then it's going to leave me here on the hurdle, which I can't do anything with. Oh, boo urns. What did you all do? Boo to the urns. Okay, so if I played 7, then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and do some exchanging. Ooh, I could do some exchanging. That is great. I will do some exchanging here. Aha, I have a plan. Okay, so I am going to play this 7. All right. So I'm going to move the rondelle 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have an exchange, which means I can take all of one color of treats that I have and exchange them for all of another color. So what I'm going to do there, friends, is I am going to exchange all of the greens, all 3 of my green treats I have here, and I'm going to get some red. All right. Do-do-do-do. John wants all the dogs. I know, right? Okay, so now I'm exchanging all of the reds. And then I'm taking the second part of my turn, which I can gather one of these 2 color types of treats. So I can either grab 2 blues or 1 red. So I want to say I'm going to, see there's not a lot of blue out here. Not a lot of blue. But I do need blues over here to clear. Oh, that's kind of a bummer summer. All right, but I will take blue. I will take 2 blues. Okay. 2 blues here. Now, doing my next one, do I have, so the training treats is what I just took, all of my training treats. Then I can adopt a dog if I wanted to. I don't have enough. I've only got red and blue, and a lot of these need green and or yellow. So I cannot adopt my 3rd doggo just yet. So now I can move my dogs. First, I can do this for 5. I have exactly 5 treats. So, I'm going to turn in my 5 red treats, finally. And my Jack Russell is going to go whoop over the pause box. So now I get to do a pause box action, but first I got to see if any of my other dogs can move. Do I have yellows or green treats? I do not. I only got the blue ones. Sorry, this was off screen. So then I cannot move over here. I cannot do this one. So that will pause all my doggo movement. So now I get to do a pause box action. And the pause box is a mini turn. So right here it says I can play a training card, I can take the action from the rondelle, and then I can gather more treats. So I am looking from my hand. So because this is mid-turn, friends, this is in my current turn, I do not draw up my hands at all. So I only can use what I've currently got in my hand. So now I can do a 4. I can do a 4 or a 7. So if I moved 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can add a distraction to one of y'all. Or I can do 7, which would be 5, 6, 7. I can do some hurdles. Ooh, 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 ooh. Then we need an expansion. Yeah, if we can't get all the dogs, what's the point? But it's just so cute. So, so cute. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, for the pause box, I'm going to play this card. I'm going to play the 4. Okay. Move the rondelle 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I think you still move you still move it on. Yeah, that's right. Move the counting marker. That's right. Okay. So I do a distraction. So now I'm going to distract you all for one of these. I'm going to add an additional open ground here. Boom. So you all need an additional green one to distract you. Okay. Then I get to take one of the 2 training treats. I'm going to take some yellow because I want to move my German short-haired pointer and I need some yellow treats. So I'm going to utilize that to take for my mini turn. Okay, and that's all I can do. I cannot do any adoption because the mini turn only corresponds to the first 3 actions. All right, so I took the 2 yellow treats on this card. That is my mini turn. Now I am completed. I moved all my dogs. Now I refill from the display. So I need to get some more cards. I need some blues and I need some blacks. So I'm going to take this card here and this card here. Okay, we're refilling. Refill, refill. All right, friends, now it is your turn. You all, let's see. So we're looking for the whippet. All right, John would like the whippet. The whippet needs 4 greens. There's a lot of greens. And also the Dalmatian. Oh, and also black as well. There's a lot going on here. There is a lot going on here, friends. Aha, here we go. I think I've got a good card for you all. So here you've got your 4 and your 3 and your 1. I'm looking at the rondelle, right? So if I play the 1, then that would give you the weave poles. But your doggo does not have any weave poles yet to clear, so that doesn't help you. All right. The 3 will have you do a hurdle. Hurdles are not helpful either. So if I did a 4, you would move on to the flex space. Your flex space allows you to do something forward or behind, and I think you can play your flex right away once you achieve it. Once you obtain it, I think you can get a flex right away. Oh, it can be used on a future turn. Okay, so I apologize. I thought you could do that now, but that's okay. It'll behoove you to get the flex token because it will help you on future turns. All right, so I am going to have you play the 4. All right, we're gonna move the rondelle 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means you will get a flex token to be moved on a future turn. Remember, the flex tokens allow you to play a space on the rondelle, either in front of or behind the rondelle marker. So you don't physically move the marker, you just activate this token and it allows you to play one of them. You have to discard that token, but it's on a future turn. Okay, and then since you need some greens to adopt either the whippet or the Dalmatian, I'm gonna have you take the 2 greens here. Okay. We're going to do 2 greens here. 1, 2. So we got your 2 greens. Okay. And now you've got the adoption spaces. So this one still needs red and black, but the Dalmatian needs 2 green and 1 black. So unfortunately, you don't have any black. You have blue, red, and green right now. So we'll have to wait on the Dalmatian. And the whippet also needs black, so we'll need to wait on those as well. So we cannot adopt any doggos yet, but you can move if you have the ability to do so. So we can move this tunnel. We can have the doggo move on the tunnel, so we can turn in the 2 greens and the red if you want to. However, I don't think you, I mean, that'd be kind of nice if you had to. I don't think you have to. This is optional. You can move on them if you want to. But I want to say maybe you all want to wait so that way you can save the greens to adopt one of the other doggos. I don't know. Let me know what y'all are thinking. If you want to wait and not move your Australian cattle dog right now. If you want to wait to keep these treats to use to adopt another doggo. Never wait. Okay, I mean, you can, because you have enough, you can move this doggo over here and it can clear the tunnel, but you would have to turn in the 2 greens and a red. So that's the kicker here. Do you want to keep moving on your doggo? You can do that, or you can wait. Yeah, more doggos, Panda. I think it might be best to not move right now so that you can have enough to adopt more doggos in the future. All right. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you all wait, not do the doggos, not do the movement just yet. So you will draw up a new card to add. We need something that will give you black treats. So here we go. This 5 will give you black treats. So there we go. What Panda said. All right. So I will have you all wait to get more doggos. Okay. There we go. All right. So now I am looking at what I want to do. I can do another break. So if I did 3, I can do a break, which means I can turn in a treat and get that, discard that many cards and gather that many as I want to. So, or I can do 7, which is 4, 5, 6, 7. I can clear some weave poles for free. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Or I can do an 8, which is a sweep, which allows me to gather both colors. Oh gosh. There's a part of me that wants to gather both of those colors because I kind of want the Kromforlander. Adopt all the dogs. I apologize, friends, if I am saying that wrong, but it's just really cute. It's just a cute little dog. Oh goodness. Oh goodness me. Okay. I think I might do that. Do the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I will do that so I can get both of those colors. Okay. So I will play my 8 here. Move the rondelle 8 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do the sweep, which means I get both color treats indicated. 1 green and 1 black. So 1 green and 1 black. There we go. Okay. And now I can I can adopt a dog if I wanted to. So I've got 2 blues, 2 yellows, a green, and a black. Ooh, I almost had enough for the Pusky. But I do have the Kromforlander. We can call him Chromie. Oh gosh. I don't know, is that appropriate to like abbreviate German names if we're not particularly German or we're not fluent in German? Kromforlander. Okay, so I do have enough for a green and a yellow, so I will turn these 2 in and we will adopt our final doggo, for me at least, the Kromforlander. And they get -1 on pause boxes, so they are red. They are the red one. Okay, so let's go to a course that has a pause box. And let's see which ones would be good. Okay. Ooh, some tunnels too. That could be nice. Man, and some A-frames going on. That has a little bit of everything. I think I want to take this one though. -1 on a pause box. Okay, so I'll do that. We'll move these over here. So these are the last 2 options for you all to play. So I will do this here for my last doggo. -1 on a pause box. So -1 treat on a pause box. And they are the red dog. Here we go. We'll put them there. Okay, and now I can pay treats to move if I wanted to. So right now I need 2 black and a blue, and I don't have enough there, so I cannot move my Jack Russell. I need 1 yellow and 1 green if I wanted to do that one. And I just spent my green on my last doggo, so unfortunately I can't move my pointer. And then for my Chrome Verlander, I need to move, I need to spend 2 green and a red, and I just spent all my green. So I can't move any of my doggos this turn. So I need to draw up some more cards. Looks like I'm going to need some reds here, so I will gather this card here. And that is my turn. So let's add to the draw deck. And a new doggo will come out. And we've got a Cocker Spaniel, a holiday Cocker Spaniel, because that's what kids get in their Christmas baskets, right? They get Cocker Spaniel puppies. So there we go. We got the Cocker Spaniel there. Okay, friends, it is time for y'all's turn. Let's see, can we get you a Dalmatian? Yes, we can. Okay. We can get you a Dalmatian, or do we want the Whippet? No, I think because of how everything is. Yes, John, I am. I am over 21 to get a tattoo. Okay, so I've got... Yes, I think I want you all to get this one. So we are going to play the 5. So you can get some black treats so you can recruit the Dalmatian. Okay, so we're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we do a break, which means you can exchange 1 or 2 doggo treats to get a new card and discard a new card. All right. I think I'm going to have you exchange one of these for a green so you can get closer to getting, or a black. No, I think you want a black because I know John said he wanted the Whippet. Okay, so I'm going to exchange one of these for... No, I'm not exchanging. I'm returning it. That's right. That's what the break does. You return them to the supply, and you draw up that many cards from your discard. So, yes. So let me read the terminology here. All right. Lose 1 or 2 training treats from your choice. For each of the treats that you return, trash a card from your hand, placing it at the bottom of the discard pile. Then draw that many cards from your hand and or display. Okay, so I am going to discard this card from our hand, putting it at the bottom of the discard pile and drawing a new card, which I think we need. So we need to get, you're going to get 2 black treats here. So we'll need some more green treats if we're going to recruit that Whippet. So I'm going to take this one and put it into our hand. Okay. Now we're going, so we did the playing training card. We took the Rondell action. Now we're choosing our training treats. So we are choosing to take 2 black training treats here. So we've got 2 black ones here. Putting them there in the supply. And now we can adopt a doggo. So look, da-da-da-da. You all are going to get the beautiful Dalmatian playing with a fire hydrant as per usual that you will see here in the States. Their featured obstacle is a clear ground, so they can clear it for free. So let's look at what your course is going to be. And the only one with open ground that would make sense would be this course for you. You don't want it now. You want the Cocker Spaniel. Okay. John, you are too funny, my friend. All right, so we are going to take this one here. And you get to clear open ground without paying anything. Look at that. That's fairly nice. Clear and clear. And you are the silver doggo here. Okay. So now we get to move your doggos. 2 and 1. All right. So we can move each of our doggos once. Unless it's a featured obstacle, we can move as many features as we possibly can. So for the Australian cattle dog, your feature is the weave pole, so we cannot move onto the weave poles yet. However, you do have enough for the tunnel, so I'm going to actually choose to do that for the tunnel here. So we'll turn in the 2 green and a red. Clear that for the tunnel. This one gets cleared for free because that's your featured item. And next you'll need the pause box. So we need some red treats for you all to clear on the pause box. So that's all you can do right now on that doggo. Okay, but that was pretty good. You got to recruit, you got to move some of your doggos, and now we get to draw up some new cards. We'll do this one. So the marketplace does not fill up until the turn is over. So we filled up to 3 cards in our hand. You all get some new stuff. Alrighty, and now we get a new dog to adopt, possibly. Possibly for you all to adopt. Ooh, we get the Shetland Sheepdog. The Shetland Sheepdog. It's very cool. They get -1 on hurdles and weave poles. That's pretty cool. That's their feature. And, oh, I did not do this first. So on my turn, since I adopted dogs, as I was the first one to adopt 3 dogs, I get a flex or an exchange. I'm going to choose a flex because I feel like flex is necessary. I forgot to do that, friends. I was supposed to do that on my turn because once the player that adopts 3 dogs first, you instantly get the token. So I apologize. I should have gotten that on my previous turn. Now you want the sheepdog. I think John just wants all the dogs. So chat, you're gonna need to help John with deciding on y'all's next turn on what dog to recruit, because too many cutenesses are happening here for him. All right. So now I've got all my doggos. So I'm not looking anymore up here to adopt any more dogs because I've got my 3 dogs. So what I'm looking for now is to try to get treat colors that will help me clear these obstacles. Okay, as well as what I can use on the rondelle. So that's what I want to utilize my cards now for. All right. So this one I need some black treats. I have only 1 black treat. I have enough blue, so I could move my Jack Russell. This could be cleared, no probs. I do need green over here, as well as over here for my Chrome Verlander and my short-haired pointer. What if we get a wiener dog costume and sneak 2 dogs in it? Oh, geez. That's another expansion. Yeah. Oh no, Som. Hello. My goodness, cat. Oh. Gus, could you be a doll and grab our lovely Soma kitty here before she wreaks havoc and causes chaos? There's too many little bits on here. I know. I'm sorry, baby. I would love to have you on screen with me right now, but there's just too many little bitties. I know. Here, I'm going to hand you over to Daddy. Hand you over to Daddy. Yeah, he's going to take care of you while we play the rest of this game. But I love you, Soma. Everybody loves you. Yeah, everybody loves you, Soma. But there's just too many little bitties on the table. Okay. Okay, so now we need some green treats to play. As well as blue ones. But if we did the 7, that would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could get another flex token, and I could pay my flex token to clear some stuff if I wanted to. So that way I don't need to worry about paying for that one. I could get some blue Can get some blue treats there. Or I could play the 3. 1, 2, 3, and get a distraction for you all. Yeah, that's true, Sir Bearsworth. She is probably bothered. That's probably why she wanted to come up here and say everything like, wait, there's no cats in this game? I don't like it. Yes, John, that's what you all call sausage dogs. Yep, same thing. Long dogs with little legs. So, yep. All right. I think, redeeming a hydrate. Thank you, John. I'm going to do that in just a second. So I think we're going to, or I could do the 1, which is a boost, and gather one of those treats of my choice that I want. Ooh, that would be nice, huh? That would be nice. If I can get one of those treat colors, I can get some more blue. I can get some reds. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that instead, actually, friends. So I'm going to play my 1, moving this 1 space, which gives me a boost in the treats of my color. So I take a card from the deck and do that number action. So I take this here. I drew from the deck, so I get to do a 2 action, which is a flex. Ooh, very nice. So I get a flex token. Then I could do one of the 2 color treats that I need. Oh, and I need some greens, so I will take 2 greens there. That was a nice boost for myself. And now I get to choose 1 color here from the card that I played. So reds or greens, I will take the 3 reds. 3 red treats. 2, 3. Okay, and now I'm going to do a hydrate. Cheers to everybody. My tea is now on the cold side, but it's still helps hydrate. So, or not so much, but at least it it coats my throat a little bit so I'm not talking with dry mouth. So, thank you, John, for that hydrate. Okay. Yes, Panda. Please don't redeem. I think she now is up in our room with some kitty treats of her own. So I don't think she will want to leave that space right now. So no redemption of Where's Soma right now, friends. Sorry about that. Okay, so I did my action for the rondelle. I chose my treats, so I got the 3 reds, and now I can adopt a dog, claim a course. I don't need to do that. Thank you, John. I will check my posture. And then I will, I should do some stretching too. Stretch. Hearing that cracking in my back. All right, now I can move my doggos. I can move all of my doggos as I can. Unless it's a featured obstacle, I can move them as many as I have the ability to do so. So, let's see. I've got my A-frame for my Jack Russell needs 2 black and a blue. I don't have enough. I have 2 blue and a black, so I can't move my Jack Russell. So then I can do the weave poles for my my doggo here, which is one of the features. So I can do as many of the featured ones as I can, as well as an additional one here. So I'm going to do this for 1 action for my pointer. They need 1 less token. So I'm going to turn in only 1 yellow and 1 green. All right. Then I don't have enough, again, for the A-frames. And then here for my tunnel, for the Kromferlander, they are going to need 2 green and a red. So I will, I don't have enough. I have opposite. Boo to the urns. So this one cannot do anything. Boo to the urns, I say. Boo to the urns. So that is all I can do for moving of my doggos. And now I need to draw up. I'm going to draw up this one because it gives me a lot more black treats, and that's what I need for my turns. Hi, Conrad. I don't know that I have any agility. But that's okay because this game is about dog agility and not human agility. So see, as you can see on the game box here, it's about doggos being agile. So there you go. I hope you're doing well, Conrad. Happy Wednesday to you, friend. All right, here we go, friends. What are we doing? What are we doing? We need to adopt another doggo. All right, you all have 2 black treats and 1 blue treat. Okay, what is happening? Which one are we looking for? Which one are we looking for? Dropping by that work lurk. Exactly. Oh, yes. Hello to Sir Bearsworth. I know you've been probably lurking here for a bit, friend. So, yes, hello to you indeedy. Indeedy. Okay, what do we want to do here? So, we've got this needs three blue and some yellow. Oh, goodness me. The Mighty Mutt has got all of those. Goodness. What do we need? So you need some green. I know definitely you'll need some green. Some yellows and some reds. If we're going to go for that Cocker Spaniel, John, it's going to take a few. A few turns for y'all to get the correct colors on here. So if we're going for that one, or are we going back to the Whippet? I don't know. I mean, the Whippet was the front runner for a while here. Now you want the Mighty Mutt. So the Mighty Mutt needs 4 different colors though, John. So it's going to take y'all a while if you want the Mighty Mutt. But I'll default to whatever y'all want. Because this is essentially your player board here. So right now you've got the Australian Cattle Dog and the Dalmatian are currently in your adoption pool that you've got training right now. So you can get 1 more doggo. That will kind of help me determine what cards you all want to play. Let chat choose. I don't think I can decide. Yes. All right. Panda, what are you looking at, friend? Panda or James or anyone really. What you all would like to have possibly for the adoption, because that will help me play which card from your hand you all will need to adopt these dogs. Or just 1 more. I mean, not all of them. You have space for just 1 more doggo to adopt. Which one are you trying to go for? And if you need me to hold up the card, I can definitely hold up the card so you can see what it looks like. Yeah. I love all the doggos. I know this is such a tough choice. Thanks, Molecule, for the host, by the way. I see you in here. I don't know, some reason some of my notifications are not popping up. That's really odd. Okay. So let's see. So I will also show you what you have in your cards. Christmas Cocker Spaniel, I know, right? So 3 blues, 2 reds, with the 3 blues and 2 reds. So like for getting some blues can help you close to getting the sheepdog. Yellow can also be close to getting you the Mighty Mutt, the sheepdog, or the husky. Which one is best for the last course? Oh, that's a good idea, Panda. So the last course you've got is the A-frame, a pause box, weave poles, and tunnels. So it's a little bit of everything. However, so they can clear all. Ooh, what is the Mighty Mutt says? Clear all open ground and feature. And all of them are features? Is that what the Mighty Mutt means? The Mighty Mutt. Oh, so all of them are considered as featured obstacles. So you can do as many of them in a turn as you possibly want to. So that's what that one is. All right. The Cocker Spaniel allows you to clear tunnels for 1 less. The Shetland Sheepdog allows you to clear hurdles and weave poles for 1 less, but the course currently only has weave poles. The Siberian Husky clears A-frames, and there is an A-frame. And then the Whippet clears A-frames and tunnels. So that's 3 out of the 5 obstacles. So the Whippet has 3 out of the 5 obstacles that they can do 1 less for. So, I mean, my bet is for y'all to save up for the Whippet. However, the Mighty Mutt is pretty good too because they can have the feature on all of the obstacles, which means they can clear as many as you have treats for. So, yeah, Whippet good. The Copper Spaniel. All right. So that's 1 minus on the tunnel. So my vote for you all is either the Cocker Spaniel, the Whippet, or the Mighty Mutt. Those would be my options for you all based upon what the last course is and what you can do on it. Although the Siberian Husky also has A-frames. Also can clear A-frames too. So I would say either of these two or either of these two. I narrowed it down, right? I narrowed it down. Elle says she needs this game. Well, you could possibly find it on your friendly local game store. Tan said, according to Board Game Geek, was released in 2016. So it might be available at your local game store. Because that's where I got it, at a gaming cafe, actually. So, okay. So if we are doing the Mighty Mutt, the Cocker Spaniel, the Whippet. Whew, I don't know, friends. Okay, but based upon the cards that we have, green. We'll definitely need green. We'll definitely need green if we want to adopt any of these. So we'll definitely need to, we're probably going to be playing this card regardless to get you a green. Okay, so why don't we do that? And we'll be saving up. We'll be saving up for some stuff. Okay, so we'll play the 9, which means you'll move 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you get a break, which means you can turn in, discard as many cards as you want to get the, or 1 to 2, not as many cards as you want. I misspoke. Turn in 1 to 2 treats to discard that many. Since we don't need any black, I think I want to discard a blue one to discard one of these cards. And I think I want to discard the one that gives you, this one gets discarded, I believe, at the bottom of the deck. Yep, it goes in the bottom of the discard pile, and then we draw a new one, either from the deck or from our hands. Which one's going to give us some green? Let's do this. Give you some greens here. Roku approves. All right, so then we get either 1 or 1 and 1. 1 or 1. So let's give you a green one. Green one here. And so then that's our turn there. Then do we have enough? We need 4 and 1. So we're not enough yet to adopt any doggos. Oh yeah. Oh, Elle's beagle is named Roku. I did not know that. That's very cute. Very, very cute. Oh, so maybe we want to go for the Mighty Mutt, huh? Is that what we're saying? We might go to maybe get the Mighty Mutt next. All right, so we don't have enough yet to adopt any doggos. Can we move? We need some reds here, the pause box. Oh gosh, okay, so we don't have enough. We cannot move anything yet, so we have to end our turns. That is okay. That is A-okay. So I will do this one also to give us some more greens. Then we refill. from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Nice. Okay. He he howls when my kids cry, but not when other kids cry. He's so weird. Oh, very sweet. Okay. Here we go. Back to my turn. So we do this. All right. I'm going to need some, it looks like I need black. So I'm going to play this card here, doing my 1 so I can get some black treats. But I have to do the rondelle action first. So I'm going to do this here first, which is a boost. So I draw from the card deck. And I take the 4 action. The 4 action is an exchange. So I can exchange any one color of treats from my hand for that number of treats of a different color. That's pretty cool. So then I can do the number of treats that I want. So I do need some reds. And I need some, oh gosh, I need like all the colors. I need all the colors. That's so funny. All right, so I'm going to actually return 3 of these reds. Then I can exchange it for any color that I want. I'm going to do for 3 black. I want to do 3 black because I need a lot of black treats to move my doggos. So I exchanged 3 red treats for 3 black treats. Okay. Then I get to take this action too, grabbing one of these. Oh no, I did the exchange. But I'm on the boost right now. So I did the exchange action and now I get to take one of these here. Hey, Dutch. Good to see ya. Hey, Dutch. And then I'm going to do 2 as well. So I will take 2 reds back. All right. That's my boost action. Oh, James. Bye, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your work day. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so that was the boost action that I did. And now I get to take this action, which I need some greens or some black. I will do the 3 black here. So I will take 3 black as the next part of my action. 1, oop, that's blue. Now it's kind of hard to see the different colors on the camera, friends, but these are different colors IRL. You can see them. Can I get another black one here? All right. Okay, so I did the training card, did the action, got my treats, and now I don't need to adopt or claim any courses. I can move up to my dogs, 3 of my dogs. So I'm going to do, oh, dang it, I played that wrong. Oh, dang it, I should have taken green instead of black. That's okay. That's okay. Having regrets, but that's okay. So I can do this for my Jack Russell. I can do 2 black and a blue. He's going over the A-frame, so I'll turn in 2 black and a blue there. Da 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 da. All right, same thing with my short-haired pointer. Gonna go over 2 black and a blue. Da 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 da. But my Kronverlander does not move because I played that wrong. I should have gotten 3 greens, but that's okay. So that one will wait. And now I can draw a new card. So I'm going to draw this one here. See what we got. And I keep remembering I can do a flex if I wanted to. Don't forget, we can do a flex if we want. Okay, friends, we are on our way to getting you your last doggo. Okay. The last doggo here. So, you all need, if we're going for the whippet, you need, oh gosh, we need these here. We need some more greens, friends, if we want the whippet. Okay. This only gives you 2, though. That's a bummer. Can we do, okay, if we play, let's see, can we play this out? To do an exchange. Can we do this to do an exchange maybe? If we did 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do a sweep. That would give you 2 green and 2 black. Or we can do a 3, 1, 2, 3. That would clear the weave poles, but weave poles aren't helpful for y'all right now. Or we can do an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do an exchange there. Or we can do these here. Oh, this is some tough choices, friends, if we wanted to do our flex here. It's a bummer, Summer, that there's no, you can't do a clear of a pause box because there's no pause box here. So you'll need to do something that will give you one of these things or this one up here. So, yeah. All right, if we did, so I think it's a 5. If we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that way you could do a sweep. That might be the better option. Okay, so I am going to have you play the 5, so you'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, you're not going to take the action of this. You're actually going to do the flex action and use it as a sweep instead. So the flex allows you to play either, to take the action of either the adjacent spaces here. So I will have you all take the sweep action, which means you get both treat colors. So you get 2 black and 2 green for that. Hello to the nerd shelves. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you all are doing well today. Happy Wednesday to you. Just playing a little agility, adopting some doggos and having them go through some courses. And oh my gosh, it's Slivers! Slivers! Oh, hello, Slivers. Thank you so much for the biddies. Always a lovely part of the Twitch community here. Always a big supporter. Thank you. Hope you're doing good, Slivers. Okay, so I did that one. So we got our treats. So I took my training action. Now I can do, you can adopt a doggo and claim a course. We are so close, friends. We are so close. It's a stretch. Busy at work. No worries. I always love the work lurk. No worries at all. Still busy with work. Sad. Well, you know, there's so many lovely folks that are just hanging out while they're working, and that just brings me joy that I can be a part of your workday, as busy or as mundane or crazy as it is. I appreciate you all having me on in the background just to be a part of your workday. That brings me joy. So thank you. Okay, we are so close. We are so close to getting this whippet. However, we're just one treat short. One treat short, my friends. And we need some reds here. We need some reds going on. These cards are not helpful in getting some reds out. So, all right. So let's see. So unfortunately, we can't adopt. We cannot adopt anyone yet. Boo to the urns. And we cannot move any of our doggos currently because we don't have enough treats. So we just got to draw up cards. So, okay. I'm going to draw this one. Oh, John, you got to head out. Oh, it was so great to see you too, friend. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I hope to see you around and some Twitch chatting too. But take care. Try to have the best evening that you possibly can, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out. All right, and that's your turn there. Okay, back to me. We are so close for you all to get the whippet. Don't worry. So close to getting you your whippet. All right. here we go. I need to move. There are a lot of doggos that need to move things. So I feel like I might need to get some more green. Definitely need to get some more green. So I am definitely needing to play this 7. Okay. So let's play the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and it's a distraction. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm going to have you distract. Let's have you distract on. Let's give you all another one on the weave poles, shall we? Another on the weave poles. There we go. Now I need to get myself some greens. I'm going to get myself some green here. Taking 2 green treats. 2 green treats there. All right. Now we're going to do some doggo training. We're going to go through the courses here. First, we got our Jack Russell. 2 greens and a red. Oh, do I want to... Maybe I don't want to move them. Maybe I want to move my Kromferlander. Yep, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to skip moving these 2 because they all need the same thing. I'm going to move my Kromferlander with my 2 green and a red here. All right, because I want to get them going closer to stuff. So yeah, there we go. Okay, and that's all I can do right now because I don't have enough. So I need to draw up some more cards. I need to get more green. Holy moly. This is the only one that's going to give me green right now, so I got to take it. Okay? Okay. We are going to have you all play something so you can get your doggo. You can get that whippet there. Friends, we're going to get the whippet here. All right. So we need to play one of these 2 to get you all your greens. So let's do... Ooh, let's do this. Oh, we don't have a flex token. Darn it. Can you move 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's on the tunnels. 3 is over here. Ooh, boo to the urns. Boo to the urns. All right. Well, that's a bummer summer. Bummer summer. But I think we'll need to have you just get something to give you some greens, right? Something to give you some greens. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to play our 3. We're going to move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3 on the rondelle, which means the hurdles. Unfortunately, neither of our doggos can move on the hurdles right now. But that's okay, because then we're going to go on to our next, choosing those treats, getting you some green treats. Da 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 da. Here we go. And look, we have enough to adopt this beautiful whippet. It's running on the beach. How cute is that? It is so stinking cute. I cannot tell you. So that cost 4 green and a black. So I'm going to turn in 4 green and a black finally. And we're going to get this last course here. So its ability is 1 less on tunnels and A-frames, which is 3 out of the 5 here, which I think is pretty darn good. So 3 out of the 5 courses you can clear for 1 less, which is great. So we're going to do this over here. And then we're going to mark that you need 1 less on tunnels and A-frames. So 1 less treat for that one, 1 less treat for that one, and 1 less treat for that one. Okay. And this is the green meeple, the green doggo meeple. There we are, the green doggo. So you all have 3 now. Okay, now we get to move some dogs. So this one needs 2 black and a blue. So unfortunately, we cannot move any of our doggos yet, but that's okay. That's okay. You are well on your way, friends, and we need some more reds in your hand. So let's do that too. Okay. So now there's no more doggos to adopt, but I'm just going to flip this card just so we have a full one so you all can see. So we got an Irish setter. So even though both of us have adopted all 3 of our doggos, we'll have the Irish setter just so you can see some more doggo visuals. All right, end of your turns here, friends. And now is the true test to see who can race and get their doggos through the agility courses best. Okay, I've got some flex. So if I do 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I could do a flex token here or here and play that so I can utilize one of those. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's actually a good move. Or I can play a 2 and do my tunnels for free. So my German pointer can go for free. Or I can do some exchanging. I don't want to do some exchanging. I think I want to catch up. So I'm going to play my 7 here. Okay. Move the rondelle 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I miscounted. Oh no, I miscounted. No, I didn't miscount. I did not miscount. So because I'm going to do my flex. That's right. So I'm going to play my flex token, turn that in, which means I'm going to clear an A-frame. So my doggo is going to clear this for free. All right. You don't have to do any. That means you don't have to pay any of those tokens. So clearing that one for free. That's pretty nice. All right. Then I get to do one of these extra added stuff. So I need some more reds. So I'm going to turn that in. Give me some red dog bones. Here we go. We got some red here. Okay. All right, Tan. Yep, you get some rest, my friend. You've got work tomorrow, so hope you get some good sleep. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. And yep, but I cannot move any of my doggos because I don't have enough here. I need some green now. I need some green. Oh, but I can do this one for 1 less. That's right. So I could turn in, actually, I'll do that. 1 less here. 1 less, so that's going to go here. And that will be my turn. So now I need some greens and I need some reds. Neither of these give me any of that. That's a bummer. But I am going to take this one because it gives me more treats of 1 color. So maybe I can do that and do an exchange if possible. All right. So here we go. 1, 2. Now it's on to y'all's turn. Gosh, you need some blue and some reds here. But you don't have any flex tokens. So if you did 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that would give you a boost. Or a 9 would clear on an A-frame. That would be nice, but then all of your doggos would be stuck. Whew, okay. Let's do a boost. Let's see if a boost can be beneficial for you all. So we'll move this 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll draw a card from the top of the deck. That means you're going to take the 8 action and get a color of your choice. So one of those. So we're going to need some blue. We'll give you a blue one. And that's going to go here. And we do the boost again. That's funny. So now you're going to do the 4 action, which is an exchange. And then get one of those colors. Let's give you some red tokens here. Some red treats. And we'll do some exchanging. We'll do some 3. We'll do 3 black for 3 red. I know you'll need some black there, but you need a lot more reds than black. So we'll do that here. Alrighty. Okay, so that's a pretty good turn. Now we got our treats Gonna get one of these, so we'll get one of those back from our card action. Okay. And now we're gonna move our dogs. So we can do this one a pause box. So we can do again, or we can do this pause box. And then we can do this one as well. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move our Dalmatian for 4. I'm gonna hold off on the Australian cattle dog. I'm gonna pause that. So I'm gonna have the Dalmatian go over, turning in 4 reds. Okay. They're gonna take a mini action. They're gonna take a mini action in just a second. And then this one I'm also gonna move because it takes 1 less. So I'm gonna turn just 1 black in and 1 blue. So that goes over here. So for my Whippet, they were able to move again. All right. And also because of my Dalmatian, it clears, that's the feature. It's gonna go over here. But we're gonna do our mini pause box here. So they are going to play the action cards, take those appropriate turns. So I've got either a 9 or a 5. So if I did 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I could do a break, turning some into discard a card and get more cards. Or I can do a 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clearing some hurdles, which I don't have any hurdles yet. So that doesn't really help me. So let's do the 9, okay? So for the mini action, I'm playing my training card, which is a 9. So I move this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I get a break, which means I'm going to turn in 1 of these tokens. So I'm going to turn in my 1 green to discard my last card. And my last card, I draw up that many cards from the deck. Okay, so this one's going to go on the bottom of the discard pile. And now I draw a new one, either from the deck or from into my hand. So I'm going to play this, I'm going to draw this one into our hand because you need some more red. So that is this rondelle action. And now I get to choose one of these 2. So I'm going to get myself another red because we need a lot of reds for all these doggos. And we moved all of our dogs. We did our pause box action. We cleared this because it is a featured object for our Dalmatian. Can't move any more of our other doggos, so we got to refill our hand. So we got to take these last 2 because it says it's from the display. All right, so now we get 3 new cards to show. 2 and a 3. We're getting close, friends. And don't forget, we are still going to play some Can't Stop Express because we are continuing on with our tournament. So I will put the player sheet into the chat so you all can play along if you would like to. All right, now going on to my turn. I am definitely going to see if I can play this one here so I can get some more red. I need some more red. I need some red and some green, actually. But for now, I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to play my 2. So moving the rondelle 1, 2, which is an A-frame. Unfortunately, none of my doggos are in front of an A-frame right now, so I can't do anything with that. But I will be taking 3 red treats because I need some red treats. Okay. And that does that over here. And now I can move my doggos as many as I can. But I need greens as well. I didn't have any cards that gave me greens. So right now I still have to wait. My doggos are still in the waiting wings. So we're going to need to draw a new card. I'm going to draw this one because it does give me some greens, hopefully, in the future. And now I'm going to do this here. And that is the end of the draw deck, but that's okay. That means you just shuffle these. Do these a quick shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. quick little shuffle here. So now this is the race to try to get all of our doggos across these courses here. We've adopted all of our dogs that we can. So now it's just collecting. Yeah, if you have any questions, Elle, please let me know. Basically, how it works, so see on your turn. So we've got these 6 steps that we're going to be doing, right, on a turn. So first we're going to be playing a training card from our hand. Our training card is one of these cards that has blue on it, right? Then what we do with those training cards is we move the rondelle token, which is this orange token here, the number of spaces on the card that it says. So if I played this 5 from my hand, let's say I play the 5 from my hand, I would move this rondelle token 5 spaces. So I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be over here. And then I would take the action, whatever it says. In this case, it's flex, which I would take a flex token. A flex token allows you to play on a spot either in front of or behind where the marker is without moving the marker, okay? So once we did that, once we'd played wherever we were, then we take the next act, what says taking the action, which is the action on the rondelle. Then we would choose training, which means here on the card, you will see those 2 smaller numbers. Those are the color of the training treats that you can acquire on your turn. You choose one of those colors and you get that number next to it. So I could have taken either 2 red or 2 green treats from that turn, okay? Then that card gets discarded. Next, we move on to the adoption of the dogs or the claiming of training courses. Each player can only have a maximum of 3 dogs and 3 training courses. So right now we are full, so we would skip that step. Then we move up to 3 doggos. So as you see on our training courses, the doggos have certain requirements for what color treats they need to clear that obstacle. Some of these obstacles that you see here have special requirements based upon the doggos. So like in this example here for the Dalmatian, it can clear open ground for free. So I did not need to pay a green treat at those obstacles. I could have cleared them for free. Every featured obstacle for a doggo, according to its like special ability, you can do as many as you want on a turn. However, the ones that are not featured, so they do not have little special tokens on them, you have to pay the required treats in order to move them, and you can only move them 1 step. So right now, for you all here in the chat, what's going to happen is you need to have the 4 red treats, 2 yellow and a green treat, and 4 red treats in order to move these doggos. So right now, you'll need to kind of collect those in hand if you want to, okay? So that's basically it. So now it's just kind of a race to see who can complete their training courses. And a training course is consisted of 5 obstacles. So there's 5 obstacles on each of these courses. And then once they are done, obstacles, once all 3 of your doggos are clear with those obstacles, the game ends. And then whoever does it first wins. Yeah, not a problem. That's why I am going through this playthrough so you all can kind of see how it works. Okay, so I did not have enough. Cards here yet. So I think it is y'all's turn here. So it is going to be the chat turn next. So you all need some reds and some greens and some yellows. 2 yellows is nice. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to have you all play a 5 here. So you're going to move the rondelle 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a flex token. Flex you can use on a future turn. And now you have the option of either 2 blues or 2 yellows. So I think I'm going to do 2 yellows because this weave pole needs 2 yellows. So I'm going to give you all 2 yellows there. Now you don't have enough, unfortunately, to move any more of your doggos, so you're going to have to pause your movement and gain a new card. So I think I'm going to have you do this one No, this one, because it's got red and green on there. So there we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to play till I get some more green here. So I'm going to do a 2, 1, 2. I could do an exchange. That means I have to exchange all of one color for all of another color, which is kind of, I guess I'll have to do that now. I don't want to, but it is helpful for me so I can move my doggos. So I'm going to exchange these 3 black to get 3 green, because I need a lot of green to move my doggos along the track. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. That's right, Panda. Okay. And so then I did the exchange, and now I can do this action here, which is gaining either 3 green or 2 red. I think I'm going to do the 2 red because I know there's more reds coming up. Okay. And now I'm going to move my doggos. So I've got 2 greens and a red for this doggo. So my Jack Russell has completed their training. Very nice. So now, because I'm first to finish a course, I get the tiebreaker token. And so then in the game end, if you all finish it before I do, then I can get a chance to complete. If not, then you all win. But if we all win on the same turn, if we all complete on the same turn, then I would break the tie because I have the tiebreaker token. This one, 2 and 1. So I will do this one for my German short-haired pointer. So that will move there. And I don't have any more green, so I can't do the tunnel yet. So we'll have to wait and get more greens for those dogs. Okie doke. There we go. Gonna fill this in here. Okay. Now we've got you all needing some more reds, some greens. Reds and greens here. Ooh. Okay. Need a lot of greens here, but you can do a pause box. Ooh, that's going to be really great. So if I did a 5, if you played a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be weave poles would do for free, which I think would behoove you to do that. That would be real nice. And then you can do those 2 and do that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do, friends. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do the weave poles for free. So even though there's an extra cost, you skip over that because you are super agile in there. I think it does not, if you have a +1 on there, I think you can skip over it, which is very, very nice. So if we did a distraction, yep, clearing an obstacle with the action board, the action rondelle, is always free. So we skipped over that one. That's really cool. Okay, and then we're going to gather some more reds. We're going to give you some more reds so you can start moving these doggos along the course here. Okay, so let's do for your cattle dog. Move this over. It's on a pause box now, so it's going to take another mini action. And now we need some blue and black, so this doggo is going to have to wait. And this one also needs red. So now we're going to go into our mini action phase. We're going to play another training card from our hand. I'm going to put this doggo over here like this. So he is all done. Playing an action card from our hand, so we can do... Ooh, this is going to be real, real great. Oh, do I want to do that one, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. Okay. No. Nope, I'm going to do this one instead. Okay. 2. We're going to play 2. 1, 2. We do the hurdles, which completes for your Dalmatian. So now it's 1 and 1. Yay! Each of us has one dog going through the course. Then we choose what color we want left. I mean, none of these are really great, unfortunately. But I will take 3 blacks because maybe we'll land on an exchange token. And then you all can use an exchange to do that. Okay? So we'll do that there. And can't do any movement yet because that was a pause action. So now we get to draw some new cards. We need this one for sure. And we'll do this one for sure. Okay. It's now a race to the finish line. Which doggos can finish their courses? Okay. So I need some black and green and blue. Oh, good grief. Good grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I am going to play this one. Play the 6. So I'm going to move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearing A-frames for free. So my Shorthaired can clear that for free. And now I get to choose either green or yellow. I'm going to choose some green treats. 1, 2. There we go. And moving my doggos. So I need 4 here, and I only have 3. Unfortunately, can't do that anymore. But I can do this doggo here for the tunnel, so it's 2 green and a red. There we go. And that's all I've got, folks. That's all, folks. And I need more reds, so let's do this card. Okay. You all need some, we need some movement to like clear some stuff. So we need to get some, on your weave poles, we need some green here. Ooh, that's really nice. Okay, let's do that then. We're gonna play this 5 for you all. So we'll move this 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get another flex token. Pretty sweet. And then you have the choice of either 2 green or 2 yellow. I'm going to choose 2 green. And you will see why. Okay. So here on the open ground, it costs 2 to clear. So I'm going to turn in the 2 green that we just got. Put them back here. And then, because this is a featured item for the Australian cattle dog, it'll clear it for free. So this one is also done. So you are 2/3 of the way finished from getting this doggo completed, or all of your doggos completed, friends. That's really awesome. And then this one for the pause box, we still need 4, so we cannot move that one, but that is A-okay. I'm going to take this card because there is a lot of reds on that one. And that is your turn. That was a really good turn, friends. You are super close, super close, as well as I am super close too. Okay, so I need a lot more red. That is a bummer indeed. Bummer indeedy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do that. Okay, I'm going to do that. Playing this card, play is a 7. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Poles, weave poles. I don't have any weave poles. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to do the weave pole action. I'm going to do the flex, turning in a flex so I could sweep and get these 2 color treats. So I get 2 blues and a red. All right. 1 red and 2 blues. And I am super close. I cannot move any of my doggos yet because I need 4 reds, 2 blacks, and a blue. So now I'm trying to look for cards that will give me black and red. So I'll do that card there. Apologies for speeding up, friends, but we got to get our Can't Stop Express going too. So let's see. Can you clear some stuff? You'll need some red cards for sure, friends. Ooh, this is really great. So I'm going to have you play this card for 1, which gives you the sweep, which means you get 3 red and 3 blue. Da 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 da. That's really, really awesome. Lots of treats in your supply now. So you get 3 red and 3 blue. Alrighty, there we go. Very, very nice. Then we can move. Although you need 4 reds, so you're super close. Maybe when next card that you play, you can do an exchange so we can do some of this stuff here. Super, super close. We're just building the suspense. Here, friends, we're building up the suspense. Oh, good grief. We need some other colors here. All right, here we go. Now it is my turn. Do I have enough to give me some reds? I can do some reds. Okay. And I need some blacks as well. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to play my 3. Move this 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a tunnel. I don't have any tunnels. Boo to the urns. So now I get to choose either 3 yellow or 2 black. I will take the 2 black. Here. Now I get to move my doggos. I need 4 reds. I only have 3. So this doggo is going to stay put. However, this doggo, my Kromferlander, it will be completed with 2 black and a blue. So I got 2 black that I just gathered and a blue. So now I am also two out of the 3 doggos are completed. Now I will need to get, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just grab a big one. Why not? I'll just grab a big number. Let's see. Okay, friends, we need to get this doggo show on the road. So we've got a 6 and a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 there. That does the weave poles. Ooh. Oh, but that's 2. That's 1 away. Or 7 where you can do a sweep. Yeah, I guess you can. Okay, let's play the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do a sweep, which is 2 red and a yellow. So you get both of those colors. 2 red and a yellow. Awesome. Okay. And then we can move. So we've got 4 reds. Da 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 da. Pause box. So since it's not a featured obstacle, we can only move 1 space. So we'll have to pause there. However, we've got the pause box, which means you take a mini turn, which is great. So I'm going to do this 6 here. We're going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a boost. And so we're going to do the boost and then we'll take our treats. So first we'll do the boost part. We'll draw from the top. We'll do the 1 action, which is the hurdles. Unfortunately, that's not what we need. But then we can take a treat color from one of these 2. So I'm going to take 3 greens there, which is nice because that's what we need moving forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we also do here. So I'm going to take a 1 red from our card that we played. So now you all are loaded up to move. Loaded up to move. So now we got to draw some new stuff. Let's draw some new cards into our hand. Let's do some greens. We'll do some greens because we need some more greens to pass through those. Yeah, holy bones, chat. That is right. Okay. Now it is my turn. Can I get enough? Can I get enough? All right, let's see. We can get enough here. So I'm going to play this 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and that is the weave poles, but that's okay. Don't need the weave poles, but I am going to grab two reds. 1, 2. There we go. And I need 4 to do on this pause box, so I will turn in the 4 reds to complete. And now I do a mini action. My mini action, I guess it really doesn't matter because I am at the end of the game here. So I'm going to do an 8. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A-frame does not apply because I've already finished everything. And I'm just going to grab a bone just because. Okay? But now you all have the chance to try to complete on this final turn. If you cannot complete your doggo crossing over, completing their obstacles, then I will be winning the game. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so you need two yellows and a green, which you already have. You need 2 more. You need, 3 more greens. Do we have enough for 3 greens? Ooh, no. Well, we only need 2 more. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to play this 4 for you all here. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's hurdles. Unfortunately, that doesn't do anything for you. But you can get 2 greens. So let's see. 2 greens. 1, 2. All right. Let's do this. So we need 2 yellow and a green. 2 yellow and a green. All right, for that 1 obstacle. Now we need 1 less. So we need 1 red and 1 green. And remember, you can do as many featured obstacles as you have available to you. So because of the Whippet has the tunnels as their featured obstacle, you can clear as many as you want on your turn. So here we go. We've got 1 and 1, 1 red and 1 green. We'll do 1 red and 1 green. And again, 1 and 1, because it's a discount. 1 red and 1 green. And you also have cleared all the doggos. However, friends, I have the tiebreaker token. So, unfortunately, that means I am the winner of this game. So, you can take to completing the 3 courses via the tiebreaker marker. So, there we go, friends. That is agility. So you all were able to complete all of our doggos and have that done, but because, I think you all are also the winners because you have more treats left over than I do. I have a measly 3 treats left. So, yeah. But Gus is right. With all the cute dogs in this game, I think we all win. That is very true. Okie doke, friends, please stick around. Give me just a minute to clear off the table, and we are going to get some Can't Stop Express going. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Okay. Alrighty, friends, here we are, Can't Stop Express. For those that aren't familiar with this game, I will go over real quickly on how to play, and if you just want to watch and play next week, no worries at all. What's going to happen is I'm going to be rolling up these 5 dice, and then with the 5 dice, you are going to be making 2 groups of 2 dice together to make a sum value, and then 1 left over to be used as a 5th die. Can everyone see that okay? Is it kind of blurry? I'm not sure how the focus is looking on my end, so let me know if it's kind of difficult to see. I will try to do some finagling here as we go through. It's a little blurry. All right, Panda, thank you for that. I'm going to go up here then, see if we can get it a little bit more clear. Little bit more clear. So while I am working on this, so what's going to happen is we're going to do this. There we go. I think that might be a little bit better. Okay. See if that does this here. Okay. So on your turns, what's going to happen is you're going to choose 2 pairings of numbers together to make sum values, and then you're going to have a 5th die left over. So in this case, a 6 and a 2 would make an 8, a 1 and a 4 would make a 5, and then I would have a 2 left over. So I would look down here on the columns and take the sum values of what I've placed together. So the 6 and the 2 is an 8. I'm going to place that here on the 8 and put a little checkbox on the 8 row. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the 1 and the 4, which makes a 5. So I'll go up here onto the 5s and make a little checkbox. What that is going to do is that's going to start your point scoring. So as you see here, every box on the left-hand side of column C will give you a -200 for every row that you start. Not the boxes that you check, but just the row that you start. So if you have at least 1 checkbox on a row, you will get -200 points. If you reach up to the center line, which is here on column C, you will get 0 points. So if you have at least 5 checkboxes on a row, you will get 0 points. Now for every checkbox on this right-hand side of column C, you will get that number of points based upon what is shown in column A. So if I were to get checkboxes on the sum values of 8 all the way over here, I would get 40 points for every checkbox on this side of the column. Okay, then game would continue until one of 2 things happens. Either you can no longer take any more dice values, or your 5th die value of one of these numbers that you lock in on this side fills up. So in this example, I would check off a mark for 8 and for 5, and then I would put a number 2 here on this row and put a check mark next to a 2. Now every future turn that happens where a 2 is available, I must take it as a 5th die value and put a check mark here. I can utilize 3 different numbers on these rows to have as my 5th die values. These are standard D6 dice, so the numbers have to be 1 through 6. The only way I can choose what numbers they are is based upon what is visually seen on the dice. So right now, the options I would have for a 5th die value would be a 6, a 2, a 1, or a 4. Okay, so that's what I would mark over here. And then on a new roll, I would utilize whatever a 5th die value would be visibly, and then I would mark that as well on there. Turns would keep going until one of these rows is completely filled. Then I will keep rolling for everyone until one of those rows is filled for them, and then we will add up our scores. Most of the time, it is usually a negative point scoring game, which I know is not the super great for some folks. They don't like starting off in the negatives and trying to work their way out of that kind of hole. But it does, the more you play this, the more it kind of will come to you. And you will see down at the bottom of the screen, there is a 30-second timer. Usually game turns take 30 seconds to play. But what I will do in this first round is I will roll the dice. I will show you what to do. And then I will not set the timer until the second roll of the game. Okay. If there's, for whatever reason, let's say I have values 2, 4, and 1 are my 5th die values. And let's say none of those numbers come up on a roll. That means I could still take some pairs, but I don't have to mark anything off on the 5th die. So it's kind of like a freebie. Because remember, the 5th die row is the countdown clocker for your game. You do not have to fill in this entire box full of 5th dice. The only end game is when one of these rows gets completely filled. Okay? So I will roll up here. I'll do an example so you can kind of see what that looks like, and then we will start. All right, so for now, we have a 3, a 6, a 5, a 5, and a 3. You know, this is good. This is good for a first round. So let's utilize this as round 1. Okay, friends? We'll do this as round 1. So right now, my options for a 5th die could be either 3, 5, or 6. Okay? I'm going to choose to take a 6 because I think it's less likely to roll as a 6. So I mark a 6 over here and put a check mark on there for 6. So because I used the 6, I have to use the other 4 dice to make my pairs. So now I've got here a 5, a 3, another 5, and another 3. So adding those values together, I can have 2 8s. So I can do something like this. 3 and 5 make an 8. 3 and 5 make an 8. And then I would have the 6 as my 5th die value. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this round. So I'm going to take this as 2 8s and mark 2 boxes here on my row. And that's the first round. Okay. I will leave the dice. When I roll them, I will place them here. I will not move them around. So you have to kind of visualize what you want to do there. So you could do like a 10 and 6 if you wanted to, or something like that. I will not visibly move the dice around because these turns need to be very quick. So I need to make sure you all play them fairly quickly. So I will just put them on, and I will not start the timer until I visibly put them onto the board, okay? So that was round 1. We've got, looks like everyone's taken those same numbers. So let's see what we got here, shall we, friends? All right, next we've got a 5, a 6, another 6, a 4, and another 6. Holy mackerel. All right, 30-second timer is starting now, friends. Ooh, good grief. Good grief. So I could do a 4 or a 5 here. Wow. Let's do a 4. Let's do a 4 as my 5th die, and then I'm going to do an 11 and a 12. Oof. All right, time is up, friends. Restarting the clock, and here we go. What did I say about rolling 6s? All right, 1, 5, 6, 4, and a 2. Ooh, we got quite the diversity here. Timer starts now. Okay. Whew, I'm going to do a 1. I'm going to do a 1. and do an 11 and a 6. So 6 and 11. Oof. Goodness me. Ooh, all right. Time is up. Okay, next. A 3, a 4, another 4, a 6, and a 1. Okay, timer starts now. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. No. Okay. Having regrets. All right, I'm going to take a 6, do the 8 and a 4. Ugh, I don't like starting new rows, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. All right, time is up, friends. Here we go. We've got a 3, a 4, a 1, a 6, and another 4. Okay, timer starts now. Okay, if I did that, I can do, 10 and 4. No, I don't want to do the 10 and 4. 8 and 4. Yeah, I gotta do another 6. 8 and 4. Okay. Yeah, you are a little at an advantage there, Gus. All right. Restart time is up. New roll. 5, 2, 2, 4, and another 2. Okay, timer starts now. Ooh, well, I have to take a 4 because that's all it's showing. So 4 and 7 is what my options are. I gotta start a new row. Boo to the urns. Okay. Ooh, Gus has a free roll. Ooh, and I forgot to do the timer, friends. Sorry. I'm gonna do, let's see, 3, 2, 1, time. I forgot to start the timer. Sorry, friends. Here we go. Also starting a new row. Oof, panda. Oof. All right, here we go. We've got a 1 and another 1, a 2, a 4, and another 4. Timer starts now. Okay, I'm going to take the 1. Yeah. So I've got 5. Ooh, I've got 5 and 6. Oh, no. Or 3 and 8. I'll do 3 and 8 because that way 8s are neutral. 3 and 8. Ugh. This is not looking good, friends. This is not looking good. And that's time. Okay, here we go. 3, 5, 6, 4, and 5. Ooh, okay. Wow. I'm going to take a 4 and do 11 and 8. 8 and 11. Yep. That's the way it is. Cookie crumblings. Okay, timer. New roll. 3, 3, 2, 2, and 5. Oh, good grief. Timer starts now. That's a free roll for me, friends. Yes. Ooh, I'll do 4 and 8. 4 and 8. That's a free roll, friends. So because I did not roll 1, 4, or 6, I get to take a pair. I get to take the pairs without taking a 5th die value. That's what that means by a free roll. So I did not have to mark anything on this side. I just took the 2 pairs. So there we go. All right. 3, 1, 6, 2, and 1. Oh, okay. Wow, 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 wow. 8 and 4 again, so I'll take the 1. 6 and 2 is 8. 1 and 3 is 4. Oh, I made it to the neutral. Okay, that's good. I don't need to start any new rows yet. It's pretty nice. Oh, my water bottle fell. Oh no. And that's time. Quick hydrate here. Okay, new roll. Oh, that wasn't kind to you, Gus. Sorry there. All right, 4, 1, 3, 2, and 5. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to do a 3, 3 and an 8. Because 1 and 2 is 3. And 5 and 3 is 8. And I'll take the 4. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Let's roll them up, friends. 5, 5, 3, 4, and 2. So I have to take the 4. Fortunately, that's bummer summer. Ooh, 7 and 8. I could do 7 and 8. Yeah, there we go. 7 and 8. I can't take any more 8s now because there's no more boxes, but I filled it up, which is okay. I'm okay with this. Definitely okay with this. All right, let's roll. How many numbers are crossed out? All right, Panda. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you should have 12 boxes over here. I only have 11 because I got a freebie, a free roll. So you should have 12 boxes checked off over here in the 5th die. All right. Then that means on your rows, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24. So on this side, hey, thank you, Mr. 0908. Welcome in. So you should have 24 checked over here and 12 checked over here unless you got a free roll. All right. 3, 5, 1, 3, and 1. Oh, good grief. Good grief, good grief. So I'm taking a 1. Ooh, 4 and 8. No, I can't do 4 and 8. I could do double 6s. Yeah, I'll do double 6s instead because I can't do an 8 anymore. Alrighty. Six, 2, 3, 2, and 6. Ooh, okay, so I have to do a 6. Oh gosh, 9, 9 and 4. That means I have to start a 9 because 5 and 8 doesn't help me. So I'll do 9 and 4 because I did a 6. Oh, did I take a 6? Hold on. So I should be 14 checks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, should be 14 checks. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, 4, 2, 4, and 2. Okay. Ooh, geez. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Take the 1 and do 6 and 6. There we go. Okie doke. Ooh, getting down to it, friends. Getting down to it. And time. Okie doke. 6, 2, 6, 6, and 3. Ooh, gosh. All right. 6, 2, 6, 6, and 3. Oh, so I have to take a 6. Darn it. But so that means I'm going to do 12 and 5? No, no, no. Not starting a new row. So 9 and 8. So I have to do 9. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with the 8. Boo to the urns. Gus can't take many ones down. Ooh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. And that's time. Okay. Uh-oh, dice down. Hold on. Whoops. Please hold, friends. Okay. 2, 6, 4, 5, and a 2. Okay. So I have to take the 4 or 6. Oh, good grief. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the 6. And I'll do 6 and 7. Okay. Whew. And time. Getting close, friends. We are getting close. 3, 2, 4, 1, and 5. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we got. Take the 4. Do 1 and 3 and 2 and 5. Okay. 3, 2, 4, 4, and 5. 3, 2, 4, 4, 5. I have to take the 4. No! Darn it. 6 and 8 again. Oh. Yeah, because I'm not starting a new row. No, thank you. 6 and 8 again. Thank you for rolling more 3s and no 1s. Yep. Oh my goodness, I rolled all 4s. Oh no, this is my last roll. Oh no, I did this as my last roll. Oh no. Oh gosh. And it's 2 8s, and I can't do anything with 8s. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible end. Oh, Panda can't use them either. Oh, filled up her 8s too. Boo to the urns. Man, that was a terrible way to go. Good grief. Terrible, terrible way to go. All right, let's see. Does anyone still need some more rolls? All right, Panda does. Panda needs more. Okay. Keep rolling for you all. So then I'll add my score. I don't want to distract anybody. 5, 1, 1, 5, 1. So 2 5s and 3 1s. Here we go. And time, friends. All right, 4, 3, 6, 1, 3. Okay, 4, 3, 6, 1, 3. Timer starts now. All right, one more roll. Oh, and I didn't even start the timer. Sorry, friends. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, here we go. Keep going. 6, another 6, a 3, a 4, and a 2. Okay, timer starts now. Oh, come on, timer. There we go. All right, Panda is out. Gus has one more roll. So close to getting neutrals on her 4s. All right, Gus, one more roll. Here we go. 4, 3, 6, 2, and 1. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now we can add up our scores. Gus, I'm assuming this is your last roll here. And time. Wow. Panda got positive 300. Wow. Panda 300 in the positives. Gus got positive 410. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that's not happening for me, friends. Okay, so here's how we add up scores. If you did not start a row, you don't get any minus points and you don't get any positive points. So I did not start the 2s, so I got nothing there. I did start my 3s, so I get minus 200. I did do my 4s. I got over on the positive side, so I get positive 120 because each checkbox is worth 60 points. The 5s I did not start, so I don't get any score there. The 6s, I started here. I got crossed over, so I got 2 boxes on that side for 40 points each, so positive 80. The 7s, I was so close, but did not make it, so I got minus 200 for the 7s. The 8s I completed. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I got positive 200. 9s, I did not get over onto the neutral zone, so I got minus 200 there. The 10s, I did not start. The 11s, I did start. Boo to the urns. And the 12s, I did start. Boo to the urns. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 1,000 minus points plus 200, 400. Oh, good grief. My grand total is minus 600. That is not great. So Gus, of course, is taking the lead right now, currently. Panda is in second because she has done way better in getting positives. And Tan from last time has negative 170. So Tan is going to be in third place here with minus 170. So that is our current standings, friends. GG's all around, everyone. GG's all around. So let me go back up to the top here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. It has been quite the adventure. Who shall we raid? Who is currently online right now, hanging out? Ooh, looks like Panic is on. Oh, we have not seen Panic in quite a while. Let's see, how long was he on? I know the losers have been on for a little bit, but I rated them earlier this week. So I want to say, let's go over to Panic, huh? The Panic games. Give him some love. He's a fun streamer. He's done a combination of board games and video games. So yeah, let's do that. So we'll do a little raid over to him. Give him all the emotes and stuff. Let him know how much you appreciate what they are doing in games and stuff. Oh, it looks like some video games he's playing right now. Looks pretty awesome. So give him all the love, all the emotes from me and the board gaming community. I will be back next Monday. for some more gaming shenanigans. I will probably get Chef Squad back onto the table for you all to play in the chat with me. I'm going to see if maybe I can recruit some other board game streamers to be in the chat with me, because I think that was fun to have that as well, hanging out with you all and playing that. So, but in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week, friends. Stay safe, play those games, and I will catch you all next time. Take care, folks.